Well, hello, and I do hope you're all well. Well, a senior EU official has said she does not expect the bloc to strike a migration deal with the UK because of disputes over the Brexit agreement. Shocker, eh? Now, there's a few foreign names in here, so if I get butcher of them, I do apologise. It's my chronic Yorkshire accent. Ylva Johansson, the European Commissioner for Home Affairs, said EU member states had limited appetite for an agreement with the UK to manage asylum seekers and migrants, citing concerns over the Brexit trade deal and the Northern Ireland Protocol. Instead, she said the focus should be on practical cooperation to curb attempts and by people to cross the channel from France, such as police cooperation and intelligence sharing. Well, good luck with this extreme Brexit Tory government. She was speaking before EU and UK negotiators clashed last week over the future of the Irish Protocol, the agreement that keeps Northern Ireland in the EU single market, which the UK government wants to rewrite. And I'm not surprised. Because let's be honest here, they're getting an absolute pacing from industries from up and down the land, and that golden unicorn is just basically a knackered old nag, and the sunny uplands where it's grazing is just a muddy old caravan site where it's pissing it down constantly. Her comments underscore how the dispute over the protocol is damaging wider EU-UK relations, underlining the task facing the Foreign Secretary, our vacuous, hapless Liz Truss, who took over the Brexit brief on Sunday following the shock resignation, should I say, of our Lord Frost. It also means, for example, that British scientists remain locked out of the EU's €95.5 billion Horizon research funding programme, with Johansson saying, "We have quite some concerns with the implementation of the Trade and Cooperation Agreement and the Protocol on Northern Ireland right now. So I should guess that the appetite from member states to go into negotiations for a new agreement on migration is limited." And can you blame them, really? Really? Why would you want to negotiate with a government that has no intention of acting in good faith and playing by any of the rules or have any interest in compromise? I wouldn't. And with 27 people who drowned in the Channel trying to reach the UK from Calais, with record numbers attempting the perilous journey, the tragedy prompted an agreement between north-western European countries to toughen up action against people smugglers, although the most dangerous predator known to humankind, should I say, Pretty Awful Patel, our Home Secretary, was disinvited from the meeting because of a Franco-British row about how to handle the issue. And I can see why, especially when she has that most irritating smirk, doesn't she? But Johansson did stress it was important to cooperate with the UK to tackle migrant struggling networks operating in Germany, Belgium and France to take people to Dover, saying, "I think the most important thing is to find practical cooperation with the UK on these topics, and we have to work together on this. I think that should come first before discussing any new formal mandate for negotiating a new agreement." And France's Interior Minister, Gérald Darmanin, sorry if I butchered it, agrees by saying, "We need to negotiate a treaty since the former EU negotiator, Michel Barnier, did not do so when he negotiated Brexit." EU member states did not discuss the Channel at the meeting earlier this month on tackling irregular migration, instead focusing on the situation at the Poland-Belarus border, where people from the Middle East have been trapped in desperate conditions, having arrived in Minsk. And I have I've got to admit, I've done a little video on that and in that situation, and you've got to say it is quite desperate there, isn't it? I wouldn't want to be living in that situation. But the EU Commissioner spoke to the Home Secretary last week in what officials described as a short and constructive call. If that's what you would call it, then fair enough. But where the two agreed on the need to act in a determined fashion to address the growing phenomenon of migrants crossing the channel, and that the priority should be to focus on practical operational cooperation. Let me get my teeth in. That was quite a mouthful. But during the Brexit negotiations, Brussels rejected a British proposal that would have allowed the government to return asylum seekers to the EU, a right the UK had as an EU member state. I bet that will get the rabid gammons going, eh? But the Home Office declined to say what progress had been made in bilateral return agreements with EU states, with officials saying that they do not provide a rolling commentary. In other words, things are not going too well for this extreme Brexit Tory government, is it? So much for having to leave the biggest trading bloc that's on our doorstep to control our borders, eh? How's that going for you, Brexiters, eh? Who'd have thought, that the best way to control your borders is through diplomacy and cooperation, and that throwing insults and treating your dearest neighbours with total disrespect isn't the best way to try and persuade them to do what you want them to do, isn't it? What a shocker, eh? But never mind, I shall leave the video here, and I would like to thank you all for your kind and wonderful words of support over the last year or so. I would also like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a very, very prosperous New Year, and I shall bid you farewell. So until the next time, take care.